Dear children, now let us discuss advantages of cooling or limbering down. As warming up is essential before training or competition, cooling down or limbering down is equally essential to bring the body back to the normal position after training or competition. In simple words, it can be said that cooling down is as important as the warming up. However, it is usually ignored by sportspersons. As a matter of fact, cooling down should not be underestimated at the end of workout. Its advantages are body temperature becomes normal, proper removal of waste products, decrease in tension, it reduces the chances of dizziness or fainting, supply of oxygen, decrease in the level of adrenaline in the blood, muscles do not remain stiff, heart rate returns to initial stage. So dear children, during high intensity and strenuous training or competition, the body temperature increases more than 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Appropriate cooling down helps in reducing the body temperature. When a sports person performs training or takes part in competition, the waste products such as lactic acid, uric acid, acid phosphate, sulfates, chlorides, and carbon dioxide, etc., are accumulated in his body. Due to more accumulation of these waste products in the body, muscles cannot work efficiently. Proper cooling down reduces the accumulation of such waste product very quickly from the muscles appropriately. During training or competitions, muscles remain under tension. Proper cooling down decreases the muscular tension. They tend to relax. Along this mental tension is also reduced up to some extent after performing an appropriate limber or cooling down. The most significant function of appropriate cooling down is to reduce the chances of dizziness or fainting. As a matter of fact, strenuous exercise causes the blood vessels in the legs to expand, bringing more blood into the legs and feet. So when exercise is stopped spontaneously without taking time to cool down or limber down, the heart rate slows abruptly and that blood can pool in the lower body, legs and feet, causing dizziness or fainting. The risk is greater for serious athletes, sportspersons whose heart rates slow down faster and whose veins can hold more blood. Proper cooling down reduces the heart through veins and consequently such process reduces the chances of dizziness or fainting. During strenuous training, there is a lack in amount of oxygen. Comparison to resting position, appropriate cooling down helps in supplying the blood oxygen to muscles, restoring them to the position they were in before performing training. Along this, recovery becomes first. During warming up and training, the level of adrenaline in the blood is enhanced, which increases the speed of blood flow. Proper cooling down decreases the level of adrenaline in the blood, which ultimately normalizes the blood flow in the body. So adrenaline is must. Level of adrenaline decreases. By performing cooling down properly, muscles do not remain stiff but get relaxed speedily. Muscle fibers become straight again and muscles come to normal position as they were prior to warming up and training. If proper cooling down is not performed, muscles become stiff. Performing cooling down after strenuous workout or competition, heart rate does not return to its normal initial stage immediately, but it definitely takes some time. In fact, the heart rate must come to initial or normal stage approximately after 30 beats. However, the normalization of heart rate depends on the physical condition of the sportsperson and the sports activity in which he was involved. In such condition, the total duration of cooling down should be enhanced and more static stretching exercises should be included in cooling down process. So dear children, did you understand the advantages of cooling or laboring down? It is very much essential after strenuous training. Warming up and conditioning exercise, how it is necessary after strenuous training, cooling down is highly necessary. It is essential. So isometric and isotonic exercises. Meaning and advantages of isometric exercises. Isometric exercises are those exercises which are not visible. In fact, there are no direct movements. Hence, they cannot be observed. In these exercises, work is performed, but it is not seen directly. In these exercises, group of muscles carry out tension against the other group of muscles. When these exercises are done, muscles do not change their length. They remain fixed or constant. Although muscles do not remain constant or still completely, muscles feel slight tremor if exercise is done for some time. The more we exert force or strain, the more tremor will be in the muscles. In a general term, we can say that work is done during these exercises, but significantly, we cannot say that work is done. For example, if we push a concrete wall, we will be unable to move it from its place, so we would not consider it as work. Our muscles exert force while pushing a wall, but we see that work is not done, because work is said to be done when the point of application of the force moves, or we can say that work done, force into distance moved in the direction of force. So these are the pictures of isometric exercises. So work is not done in isometric exercises. When we do these exercises, expenditure of energy is a usual phenomenon. Sometimes temperature may increase while performing these exercises. If we perform these exercises regularly, muscles will be changed in relation to size and shape. These exercises are used for the development of strength. The strength improved through isometric exercises is usually not of much value in sports. These exercises need less time and can be performed anywhere because no equipment is required to do these exercises. There are some positive points of these exercises. Hence, these exercises can be used for strength training. These exercises are valuable for rehabilitation purposes. These exercises can be done by a person who is injured. Isometric exercise should not be performed by children and untrained persons. No doubt that isometric exercises improve strength, but the use of these exercises should be limited one. Meaning of isotonic exercises. The exercises in simple terms related to muscle contraction. Any exercise in which your muscle contracts or there is a strain or tension on the muscle is called isotonic exercise. For example, weightlifting, 90% of gym workouts are isotonic exercises. The word isotonic is derived from the Greek words iso, which means equal, and tonus, which means tone. Example, the word isotonic implies maintaining equal muscle tone. When you flex your biceps, it is isotonic contraction. It is said that in human beings, apart from the normal movements like sitting, standing, etc., all other exercises are isotonic. Lifting barbells and other forms of weight training exercises in gymnasiums are the examples of isotonic exercises. In simple words, it can be concluded that isotonic exercises are those exercises in which movements can be seen directly. Eccentric exercises. In this type of exercise, the force exerted is greater than muscle strain, hence the muscle lightens. Eccentric contractions or exercises greatly improve muscle strength. It can also lead to muscle injury. Lowering of the weight is the best example of eccentric exercises. Advantages. There are following advantages of isotonic exercises. These exercises put more strain on muscles which it is not used to. These muscles contractions lead to growth of proteins in each cell of the muscle. The exercises are effective for the people who want to gain weight. These exercises are extremely beneficial for patients suffering from arthritis. These exercises are an important part of physiotherapy and rehabilitation. They help in improving the coordination and mobilizing joints. A very important benefit of exercise is having stronger, flexible muscle and stronger bones. These exercises are beneficial in toning all muscle groups. Apart from improving muscle mass and bone strain, it also helps it to enhance metabolism of the body. These exercises also help in maintaining body weight. These exercises help in developing a good physique which improves self-esteem. So this is up to dear children. We have already discussed advantages of cooling or limbering down, isometric and isotonic exercises, meaning of isotonic exercises, types of isotonic exercises. Okay, advantages. So please go through this lesson carefully. Thank you.